Hi everyone. Let's have a quick chat about something here. Let's talk about VAT, value added tax. Yeah, let's talk about value added tax. I want you to listen carefully, especially the likes of your farmers and mining suppliers or mining contractors. It is very, very important for you guys to listen and to understand what we are talking about today. Value added tax. I want to talk about tax. Especially in the context of those who have motor vehicles, all right, or those who buy a motor vehicle and then you buy it under the business name with the hope that you'll be able to claim very added tax on it or VAT on it. Let me explain something. In the VAT Act, a motor car, right? A motor car cannot claim a VAT input. You cannot claim VAT input even if you are registered as a VAT vendor and even if you are buying that asset in the business name. You cannot claim value added tax on in a car on a motor vehicle. A motor vehicle is defined differently. In law, things are defined differently to what we to the normal definitions that we are used to in real life. So, when it comes to the legal stuff, things change. So, what I want to talk to you about is that when you buy, in terms of the Value Added Tax Act 89 of 1991. Act number 89 of 1991 in South Africa, you cannot claim value-added tax on motor vehicles. Motor vehicle can be anything that is actually designed to carry passengers, all right? To carry passengers. So if you want to know if you'll be able to claim VAT or not on a particular, let's say, vehicle, you need to first check if that buggy is designed for the purpose of trading or loading goods, because even a double cab does not qualify to actually claim VAT on it. You cannot claim VAT on your double cab. All right. In South Africa, we call them buggies, but you cannot claim unless it's a unless it's they call it a lambag, or unless it's this thing, a club cab. On those ones, you can claim value added tax on those, but for double cab, for motor vehicles, even if you are going to use that particular vehicle in business, in the production of income, you cannot claim VAT on it, because according to the VAT Act, it is not designed for the purpose of carrying goods. All right. So it is important for you to understand these things, because I know some of you end up cutting ties with your current accountants when they tell you the honest truth about how the VAT Act operates. But unfortunately, the cost of not following your accountant's instructions, it can be they can be very, very high in the future. They can actually cost you everything. You can actually lose a lot if you don't listen to people who have actually been trained and have gone to school for these things. So it's imperative that you familiarize yourself with such things and get to understand. Do not just do things for the sake of doing them, and don't this thing of also getting advice from people who are doing the wrong things. I don't care whether that person is a business owner or whether that person has been in business for more years than you. It doesn't matter. If they're doing the wrong things, they're doing the wrong things. So get professional advice if you want to do your things properly. So you cannot claim VAT on those. So the reason why I'm saying a motor car, remember, even if you are in the business of maybe running what do you call this thing, an Uber service, an Uber-like service, you are using that motor car for the purposes of trade, but you still cannot claim VAT on that. And remember, for passenger transport companies, you are exempted in any case from actually charging VAT on those clients or on those customers or clients or passengers. So in any case, you would still not qualify on that condition on the fact based on the fact that you are actually using that particular vehicle for the purposes of trading. Trading in exempt supplies, meaning the service that you are providing or the goods that you are selling, they are exempt, meaning you are not obliged to actually charge VAT to your clients on those particular services or goods. So even if you buy an asset that is actually is going to assist you in carrying that trade forward, you cannot claim VAT on that. And you must remember, maybe one of you might ask, how do we now deal with VAT if you are running a car dealership? Look, a car dealership, remember, they are not in the business of using those they are selling cars, so they can claim VAT if they buy and resell. For the purposes of reselling, then you can claim value added tax on that. All right, you can claim VAT input on that motor vehicle, even if it is defined the way it is on the Income Tax Act. However, if you are not going to use that motor vehicle, if you are going to use that for something else, then it changes everything. You can no longer claim VAT on that particular vehicle. So it's important to understand these things, because sometimes people make mistakes without knowing, and it can actually cost you a lot of money. So you are not going to be able to claim VAT on those things that I've just described. And remember, especially those that are also in the passenger transport companies, remember, a motor car, in terms of the VAT Act, it is anything that carries 2 to 15 passengers. 2 to 15 passengers. So if you have a minibus, it is also defined as a motor car. So it is you cannot claim VAT on the fact that that particular vehicle is classified as a motor car, and also on the fact that passenger transport companies that are traveling on a route, they are exempt from value-added tax. So they don't even need to register for value-added taxes unless they are providing another service under the same company name. There is a taxable supply. So it is imperative that you understand these things, and I hope that you understand. If there's anything that you need me to unpack further, please talk to me on the comment section, and then we can take it from there. Thank you.